pipeline. He also frowned at the inability of the oil multinational operating the pipeline to put the spill under control.
May God forbid that another generation of ours be wiped away for the second time, as we are yet to come to terms with the incidents of 1993 to 1995. We express our displeasure at the attitude of SPDC and high pride for their inability to issue statements and put out the spill in order to contain its press, seeing the spill occur, as well as commencing a proper remediation of the impacted site and compensation of the people of Bodor in line with global practice. We state that if the spill of 2nd August was immediately contained, the recording spill of 24 August wouldn't have occurred.
Meanwhile, a resident of the community, Richard Giadom, said the oil spill has affected their health and source of livelihood.
We are having very serious heart attack, giving us short sight because our eyes is very hot. Every early in the morning, our women are complaining. Their nostrils are very hot, on their chest very hot. Tummy is biting them because of the inhaling of the gas. And you can see it's very dangerous to us. In fact, people living within the environment cannot even cook. They are living absolutely hungry because of fire outbreak. If they engage in anything fire here, the whole place will explode with fire because all over the place is gas. So we are calling on the international community to please come and rescue us. We are dying of hunger. Our youth can no longer go to school. Shell has been devastated this place. After all, when they'll just bring a divide and root artist to cost us half.
Away from that, the National Union of Journalists, NUJ, has called on the federal government to declare a state of emergency on the Eleme section of the East-West Road. The National Union of Journalists, NUJ, said this in a communique issued after its Zone F meeting in Port Harcourt, presided by Zonal Chairman Opaka Dokubo. The NUJ, in the communique, frowned at the continued delay by the federal government to finish the construction of the East-West Road. The NUJ said fixing the road will ease the sufferings of the people using the road. The communique also resolved to hold the Niger Delta Ministry accountable through the monitoring, inspection and evaluation of various projects embarked upon by the ministry. The NUJ further called on the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, to sit up to its lawful functions and ensure the capacities of the Niger Delta people are enhanced for optimal development of the region. In the meantime, the immediate chairman of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association, Pengasan Azubike, says Nigeria is losing billions of naira annually following the deplorable state of the Eleme section of the East-West Road. The immediate chairman of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association, Pengasan Azubike, while speaking to our correspondent, wondered why the federal government is finding it difficult to fix a road that leads to different revenue-generating agencies of the government. He also said that many multinationals are facing difficulty moving their goods and services due to the poor state of the road. Listen.
The Central Bank of Nigeria has stated some years back that Nigeria is losing over 100 billion annually due to bad roads. So when you bring this into Eleme or next section of this West Road, then you can understand how heavy, how insensitive we are as a people. We are talking about a road that houses the Nigerian Ports Authority. We are talking about a road that wharf activity, the free trade zone. We are talking about a road with our refineries and oil servicing companies. And then we are talking about roads that are bad. We are not talking about the accident and incident that occur on the road, where we look at the manpower losses, because we don't value lost time hours.
The immediate chairman of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association, Pengasan Azubike, further called on the federal government to urgently mobilize contractors to fix the Eleme section of the East-West Road. He said our leaders must learn how to address the needs of the citizens while in office.
And that's what we don't quantify. Remember, the one adage says time is money. And again, people who are applying that road, whether they're doing business or not, we always have to repair their vehicle. That means adding extra money on the business they're doing. Therefore, a journey between Eleme Junction to Net that normally should not come more than 100 naira, 150. I am sure when you go there, you can't pay less than 500 naira to get to Net from Eleme Junction. So, but like I said, it goes to show how insensitive our political leaders are. They do not have passion for the country. They do not have passion for the masses of this country.
And now to INEC-related matters. A former INEC resident electoral commissioner in Bayelsa State, Barito Bagi, says the introduction of the BVAS technology by INEC will end electoral violence during next year's general election. Barito Gbagi, in a chat with our correspondent, said the BVAS technology will give credibility to the 2023 polls.
But the good news is that this time around, as per this act, after accreditation, if any polling unit register more votes than the number of people accredited by the BVAS, that all the vote in that polling unit will cancel. So violence or snatching of ballot box doesn't help any politician unless you think your opponent is very strong in a particular place. So you will go there and destroy votes to reduce his own tally. If that is your aim, at the end of the day, depending on the margin of win between the leading candidate and the runner-up, INEC will go back there and do the election again. And when they go there to do the election again, they'll be very prepared. So it doesn't make any sense for anybody to begin to plan for violence this time.
Former INEC resident electoral commissioner in Bayelsa State, Baritok Gbagi, further advised politicians to embark on issue-based campaigns to win their elections and succeed this time around.
I think it's also important to talk to their sponsors. Do they do it on their own? These people that cause violence, do they do it on their own? The arms they use, who is buying it for them? And instead of them using the money to improve the welfare of these people, they keep them there like we keep our dogs. Make them hungry, make them haggard. Don't improve their life until when it is time for election, you bring them out to attack. This time it will not pay any politician. So it will not be necessary to deploy violence in this election.
Well, this is still the news at noon on Super 93.3 FM, Port Harcourt. Remember, just before we go on the short break, Russia says farewell to USSR's last leader, Mikhail Gorbachev. Plus other stories after this break. Please don't go anywhere.
Daniel was preferred above the president and princes because an excellent spirit was in him.
Daniel was preferred above all the people in the land because what? An excellent spirit was upon him. When an excellent spirit is upon you, you exhibit good character. The way you relate to people. Many people that are supposed to reach where they are supposed to reach, why they have not reached there, it's because of their character. So many people that God lifted up. The reason why they couldn't stay there for a long time and they crashed because of their character. So many people that got married and suddenly they came back to their mother's house. Character. When we say character, what do we mean? Character is what you are in the dark. Character is the real you. Character is what people see when they see you. A good character is more valuable than gold. In this world and in heaven, good character will always be remembered. I prophesy. Anybody around you exhibiting evil character, today I command that character to disappear in the name of Jesus.
OPN, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
Welcome back to the news this afternoon. Scores of the All Progressives Congress members and executives from Opobo and Nkoro local government area have defected to the PDP in Port Harcourt. Amongst those who defected are former member APC Board of Trustees Sam Jaja, former APC spokesperson Chris Finebone, former State House of Assembly aspirant Sofri Gladstone Dapa, former Commissioner for Transport Judge Tolofari, and others. Speaking at the defection rally, former member APC Board of Trustees Sam Jaja said they are back to the PDP because there is no hope in the APC. Listen.
Any place where all people know that place, now the place we don't sink. Because all people, they give youth advice and wisdom, and they give youth power and authority to lead. All people know they lead, now you people they lead. All people go there for back, put something rope for them like they would do for water. When they want to go small, it's dry, so but look back where they go. Not be so. I am overwhelmed. My heart is sweet so much because I know now, say, I get people. It didn't be like, say, people they challenge me. But when they come out, I not talk someone come out with anybody. I not go tell anybody how they come out. I come out. I go tell them why. So, and I pray the day where the party go say, make we come.
Also speaking, former APC spokesperson Chris Finebone said the APC is dead in Opobo and Nkoro local government area. He also criticized the defection rally that held in Opobo yesterday.
We left, I and our father here, left with the soul of APC. Hey! What they did yesterday, we were part of those who planned it. But we did not plan, we did not agree that we will go and hire people from Ekarabas. Hey! Hirings! We said that we will gather to at least show that we are still breathing. But without us now, you will know that meeting has stopped. That meeting has So what is there is that they need encouragement to survive. And therefore, I won't speak more now. On the 10th, we will speak.
Away from that, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has proposed a debt for climate swap deal to allow African countries help advance the cause of global net zero emissions target and facilitate energy access. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo made the proposal during a lecture on a just and equitable energy transition for Africa at the Center for Global Development in Washington. Professor Yemi Osinbajo said the debt for climate swaps is a type of debt swap where bilateral and multilateral debt is forgiven by creditors in exchange for a commitment by the debtor to use the outstanding debt service payments for national climate action programs. The Vice President also proposed for greater participation of African countries in the global carbon market while exploring financial options for energy transition. The federal government has reacted to a viral video showing stranded Nigerians at an airport in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates. The video had suggested that Nigerians had been denied entry into the UAE despite possessing valid visas. In a statement signed by a Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesperson, Francisca Omayuli, the government said the stranded Nigerians did not have the correct visas. The statement added that the UAE has stopped issuing tourist visas to persons under the age of 40 years, except for those applying for family visas. And now to some news stories from other parts of the world. Russians have been saying farewell to the last leader of the Soviet Union, Mikhail Gorbachev, in a funeral today that has been snubbed by President Vladimir Putin. A public farewell ceremony for Gorbachev, who died this week at the age of 91, began earlier today in Moscow's Hall of Columns, a storied venue that has hosted the state funerals of former Soviet leaders like Joseph Stalin and Vladimir Lenin. And that's it on the news today at noon, brought to you by Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. A quick look at our major stories today. NUJ asked federal government to declare a state of emergency over the poor state of East West Road, and Ogoni Liberation Initiative calls for adequate compensation of Boda community following the fresh oil spill in the area. And that's the news. It was edited by Shegun Owolabi, with the assistance of Ugochukwu Iwuchukwu and produced by Ayi Tolofari. You can visit us on our social media platforms, Facebook at Super 93.3 FM, Twitter at Super FM 933, and Instagram at Super FM 93.3. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel at Super FM PH, and please download our mobile app and install it on your Google Play Store and iOS, Super FM Global, and leave a message on the Super 93.3 FM's page. Good afternoon. Thank you for listening, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday as you stay with us.
News, sports, entertainment, and talk for the whole family.
NRM, rescue Nigeria. NRM, rescue Rivers State. Nigeria go better, Rivers State to move forward. National rescue movement, Nigeria go better.
My brother, my sister, this no be time to sit down look for things to spoil finish for we state. Chai, then don't evict our people, buy over the properties. Our parents no fit see food chop because no pension. Our budget only dey take eye see. Bursary for our students don't turn, the more you look, the less you see. On top of all this, they still won't bring their partners in crime to still on rulers join. Chai, that one na error under the sun. Secure your permanent voters card. Then why only waka come National Rescue Movement NRM Party Secretariat for number 3 Binko Crescent by Casablanca Junction, GRA Port Harcourt, or for your LGA to register and become member. Make we join hands and enthrone God-fearing, accountable, and transparent leadership for employment, promotion, and security to Brekete for we state. Our people no go beg to eat or die again because of hunger. Join National Rescue Movement. Make we rescue Rivers State.
Do you know you have a say in how Nigeria turns out? The prayers we pray and the words we speak today will determine our future in the next few days. weeks, months, and years. Introducing a timely audio compilation and prayer titled Praying for the Nations Volume 2 by Pastor Chris. This prayer-long audio compilation will guide you on how to pray for our nation Nigeria in these times as we prepare for the next presidential elections. Get your free digital copy today from the Pastor Chris Digital Library app, downloadable on the Lovell App Store at www.lwappstore.com. Also available on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Arise, O compatriots! It's time to pray for Nigeria. Make your voice count where it really matters.
We are praying for Nigeria, and with our prayers, we light up the land.
Oh yes, our people talk say, na delay, they make fowl no fit fly like other bird in meat. Oh yeah now, rush now, carry your jingle, announcement, religious program, political program plus many more. Go meet your target audience as if we say Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt don't open for business. Yes, so our commercial office there for downtown for 56 Agri Road by Sokoto Junction, Port Harcourt. As a big man consign, call our marketing sales rep on 0915 729 0709 0915 729 0709. Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. Your satisfaction, our guarantee.
Sports Traffic. We bring you the reviews. The preview.
Maguire, to me, I go say that guy na the biggest fraud we transfer market don't witness.
Plenty native doctors they at the watch match because of the edge. Is it that in left leg? Something damn.
Lukaku is not a flop to me any day, anytime. It is what you give to your wife that she will cook from. You cannot handicap your wife and expect your wife to feed. No.
I saw what Arsenal played. We are playing good football. Without the support of the referee, we are still one of the best teams in the world. The referee was so partial.
Before Chelsea got their first goal, City is supposed to be 2 goals ahead. So I don't like the atmosphere. We expected this noise, so I'm not happy.
I can say Nigeria is still the best team in this championship. I think we get the chance tonight.
For me, or if you ask me anywhere, I would say that referee was against us.
The analysis of major sporting stories from the local scene to the foreign scene.
But this is the Nigeria that we want to see. Going out there, dominating games, showing the ability to compete, especially when it comes to their understanding.
We're going to approach every game like it's a final. So we're going to take it game after game and see where we get to. Because every team should be respected, regardless of the name of the country. And there are no minors anymore in football. So if you don't plan well, you don't put in effort, you can be shocked. So I don't know who's going to win, but we will try in our own ways to approach every game with all seriousness.
And fans, time to have your say on Sports Traffic. Weekdays, Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Exclusive to Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt.
Super FM 93.3 Ozagaga again. Hobby Ivy. Anytime you talk for radio, you dey hide me. You make me hungry. I need an Ivy. I want one chop for super breakfast show. Somebody tell I just sugar. So she dey melt my heart with her lingua. Her voice so cool, like say na winter. Na mid-morning show, we still dey shiver. Sky, what's this? Can't go one big obiaka ilawa. Good afternoon, waka. Body go, make a enter your moto, so you go take me on a super evening drive. Now DJ, I hear you tight there. Anytime you play, you make my soul come alive. I've been go look for you for your former street, but them say.